All right. It is Sunday evening. We're gonna have a great live stream tonight. We got a great topic. I hope you guys like the new studio setup that we've been working on over the last few days. A little bit here, a little bit there. But at the end of the day, you are on Andre and Andres Love Crossing Borders. I'm glad to see you guys here. Let me get everything situated right here. I got the big monitor, so now your boy can see what's going on. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to the 2 super chats thus far. My boy Timothy in the building. He said Avengers Assemble. Oh yeah, we got a good one tonight. Believe you me, we got a good one tonight. We got 8 things, 8 misconceptions that we as foreigners from the United States, UK, Canada make about other countries. I'll just give you a tip or a taste of what I'm talking about. Did you know for those of you, I'm going to give you a bit of trivia. Y'all ready? Here's some homework real quick. You can look it up. What is the #1 import country into America in 2023 and 2024? What country does America import more goods and services from in 2023, 2024? Give me your answer. Take your time. Give me an answer. What country does America import more goods, since America thinks that we have no flaws? What country is the #1 country that we import from, since we think we know everything? Let me know in the comment section. While we're doing that, we're going to give a shout out to my man Tevin in the building. He said, salute to everybody. He said, that's just going, he said, just going to chat. Remember to be respectful and the BS, smash that like button. I appreciate that, brother. And smash that like button. Shout out to the moderators here. Right now, we've got 45 people in the building. Click that like button. We like you. We really do. Make sure that you like us too. Your girl Andrea right now, she's just leaving the grocery store. So she's at the grocery store shopping, get some stuff for the house. And I'm hanging out with you guys. Let me see, make sure that we're looking good on the screen. I might have to, because I look like I'm floating a little bit. Let me see if I need to adjust the camera real quick. Bam, let's see if that's a little better. Let me know if that's a little better, guys, that I don't look like I'm moving in slow motion and everything. But I do need, I know I'll need to adjust the router. So I may have to add to the other router that we have. So I may have to add the live stream to the other router. We're looking pretty good. That's much better. That's much better. For a minute, it looked like I was kind of like floating, like the Matrix. So there we go. Much better. Much better. All right. Shout out to you, brother. Let's do the shout out to my man Jimmy in the building. Shout out to you. Yes, sir. He said, shout out, big bruh. Love to Andrea. Yes, sir. I'll let her know, Jim. And I mean that when I come in. And Jim also says Colombia, not Colombia. It's Cologne. 2 O's, no U. He's absolutely correct. Shout out to my man Timothy once again. And my man Tevin. Can't leave him out as well. Make sure you guys click that like button when you come in. What the like button does for the algorithm, guys, for those that don't know, it really does invite other people into the live stream. So when you hear YouTubers say that, we don't just say that just to say it. We say it because it really does invite other individuals into the live stream. Cologne of the night, cologne of the evening is a duet. It's a duet, gentlemen, a duet. We got Tom Ford, Oud Wood. Let me move me out of the way. Tom Ford, Oud Wood. And it's very woody, very ultra masculine sounds. I mean, scent. Very masculine. And it is wood, like I mentioned before. It's really wood. But I kind of blended it with the Alhambra, I'm sorry. And I blended it with, instead of getting Tom Ford peach, I just went ahead and got the clone, which is the peach bright, or the bright peach. Bright peach. And I'm telling you, this smells just like peaches, yet it does not smell feminine. Can a woman wear it? Yes. But can a man pull this off easily without smelling feminine? Absolutely. So I figured, let me go ahead and create a peach tree. I got the wood. And the wood is so super masculine. Let me add a little undercover sweet touch with it, with the peach combo. And there you have it. So the colognes of the night, these are the colognes of the night that your boy is wearing right now. Oh yeah, and I've been, this is actually the cologne of the day. This is what I've been wearing all day long. Shout out to you guys being here. Let me get ready and give these intros. Let me bring some music to the table. Let's bring some music, make us feel good. Here we go. Let me scroll down. And let's put it on right here, maybe 14. Oh, yeah, some grown folks. There we go. All right, there we go. We got some good music. For all you Chicago steppers, Detroit steppers, come on now. All you New York steppers, Atlanta steppers, to you two steppers and all you hand dancers, this song is for you. Oh yeah. Shout out to them Chi-Town boys. All right, here we go. Let's get started. He said tonight's topic is going to be a good one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my man, David in the building. Yes, sir. Also, we got my man Jonathan representing. Yes, sir. And back to my man Timothy. He said, hello, everyone. I saw Umar Miship. Big Shirley was after him. Yeah, man. Did y'all see that Umar video? When your boy Umar got caught up? Shout out to your girl, Andrew. Come on in, mama. Come on in. Let the beautiful people see it. There we go.
Hello, everyone. Okay, where are you?
Right here. That's the camera. There we go.
Oh my God, I'm tired.
Like I said, she just got back from the grocery store, guys. So
super packed. I
know. I could figure that it was packed.
It was packed.
Yeah. And my man Jay gave you a shout out. Jimmy in the building. He said shout out to Andrea. Show love to Andrea.
Colombia, not Colombia.
Right.
Oh yeah, you know I hate that. I hate it. Like I don't know. Wow.
Shout out to you guys being here. And I figured your girl will be here, so I'll turn the music down just a little bit so you guys can be just right. I'll turn it down. All right.
Okay, that's good, chick.
All right.
So, okay, hello to everyone. How many people? 61 people.
Click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. We got David in the building. All right. And I'll take care of everything.
Okay.
All right,
good.
like.
Hello, chick.
All right. All right, guys. Shout out to your girl Andre here in Cali, Colombia. All right, shout out to my man Mike T also, who I was just hanging with for the last few hours before the live stream. And shout out to Mike, who actually helped me come up with the topic for tonight. We're going to talk about this in general because the topic for tonight is 8 things that a lot of times we as Americans, we make assumptions about when it comes to other countries, as well as when it comes to the dating aspects in other regions. Everybody's situation is not cookie cutter. I'm going to say this again. Everybody's relationship with the local men and the local women is not cookie cutter. How Andrea and I carried ourselves in France was different from how we carried ourselves and how we related to people in London. When we were in Barcelona, completely different from how we related to people in Mexico or in Cuba. Everybody around the world is not cookie cutter. And one of the mistakes that we make as Americans, we automatically assume that the rest of the world is how we thought or how we think it is. And the reality is coming to pass, especially with social media, is that the rest of the world is not how we were raised to think that it is. So we're going to talk about some of those things, including the ladies. Yes, the ladies in other countries. How you think it is and how you've been programmed to think that women are in other countries is not necessarily always the truth. So let's continue on. And don't forget my question, guys. What is the #1 import country? What country does America import more products than any other country in the world, 2023, 2024? I know the answer. Let me know if you know the answer. Since Americans are supposed to know so much about the world, and we claim that we know so much about the world, I'm just asking you a simple question. What country is the country that we have imported almost $500 billion in 2024 of this country's products? Oh yeah, it's like 400 something billion. Shout out to my man Jonathan once again. Salute to you, kind sir. Salute to you, kind sir. Mike is in the building. Shout out to you. I'm glad Mike is. Shout out to you. He said, turn your mic. He said, turn your mic on. OG. Oh, let me see something. See, I'm gonna have to step. Let me see if I can check on my mic. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. Am I on mute? Let me go to settings. Go to audio. Oh, I'm using the wrong mic. My bad. Yeah. I'm using the wrong mic. Let me see. ABC 1 2. There we go. There we go. See, that's teamwork right there. Teamwork. All right, ABC 1 2 3. ABC 1 2 3. How do I sound now, guys? I'm gonna scroll down, get comments. Let me know how I sound right now. You guys can hear me, and it's much better. Much better, Vernon. Thank you very much, Connor. Thank you very much. See, that's teamwork right there. He say, is it me or Andre freezing? Let me look over. Oh, I did freeze. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, I did freeze. Give me a second, and I am going to have to change over the router. Oh, that looks really bad. Give me a second. Oh, I know what I can do. We're going to do this one early. We're going to give you guys a few minutes break early.
Double or nothing, you ain't getting money, then you bugging. Damn fat, you know I'ma hug it. Loads by the truck, up the budget, cashing it in. Damn, I'm a bucket. OD, you know I overdoes it. If it ain't moolah, we cannot discuss it. Her name ain't Erica, she finna bust it. Her name ain't Mega, but yeah, she a stallion. The way that we dressin' ran out of Italian. New chain bustin', peep the medallion. Pour your own troubles out by the gallon. Her name ain't Lotta, but she from the south. Her name ain't Ruby, she got a big mouth. Putting it in, she sticking it out. Putting it in, she sticking it out. She like salsa, one in a hole, just like a golfer. If you ain't leeching, what can you offer? Ain't got it, they just be talking. Ain't got it, they just be talking. They gon' tell you what you wanna hear. Yeah, put you in a nice pair. Best if you don't listen. All this shit from me, I'm making her wet. It's double line, you know we the set. They know we up next, that's why they upset. Diamonds on me, and you know it's baguettes. Ballin' so hot, man, I need me a rap. If you ain't on time, then you getting left. Can't live in the past, ain't got no regrets. Ain't looking for love, just want me. Like it or love it, still gotta respect it. How you in first, but you coming in second. They watching your next, so you gotta protect it. Running it up and we breaking the records. You gave us your last, you should've just kept it. Eyes on me as soon as I step in. The eye on me, you know what I'm reppin'. It's eyes, so yeah, you know what we dressin'. Our blessings is coming, they know that we destined. Like it or love it, they know how we coming. Just send us the budget, send us the budget. She wanna second, my hands on her weed. She tell me don't touch it. What you doing? We bringing them vibes, you know we don't force it. Tell them don't rush us at all. Haters
it's a love, it really don't matter, ain't holding no grudges.
Like it or love it, it's double or nothing. You ain't getting money, then you bugging. Damn fat, you know I'ma hug it. Loads by the truck, up the budget, cashing it in. Damn, I'm a bucket. OD, you know I overdoes it. If it ain't moolah, we cannot discuss it. Her name is Erica, she finna bust it.
She want me to touch her, I'm making her cream. Like she a Russian, she for the team. She bring her cousins, I'm bringing my brothers. Now it's the scene, and we are for being.
Like it or love it, I had just dub it. Ain't no in between, no in between. She for the streets, feeling so geek. She for the streets, feeling so geek.
Like it or love it, they know how we coming. Just send us the budget, send us the budget.
All right, is that better? Let me know, guys. Let me know if that is better. I actually switched over to the router. Let's see. Let us see. Bam. So I switched over to this router. See, sometimes your Wi-Fi in your house in Colombia. Yeah, so you have a router like this. Like I said, you guys need to get one of these no matter what country you go to. I'm telling you, it is a game changer. Much better. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for letting me know that it's much better. So this portable router, and we got the one that connects to, now this one you got to put a SIM card in every country you go to. So right now we got just a regular SIM card on the inside of this. This connects to over 20 different electronic devices at the same time. So you can have your computer, your girl computer, your phone, your girl phone. But now they just came out last year with the ones that connect to eSIM. You guys always hear me talk about connected to your eSIM. So now all you need is have eSIM data on your phone, and it Bluetooth connects to a router. So now you got a router with you and you have your phone. So now they got the eSIM one as well as the one that takes SIM cards. So we got them both. So yeah. So while other dudes only telling y'all about part of what you can do while you travel, this is the other part of what you can do as well. Shout out to you guys. I'm glad that that portable router, you got it, Timothy? Yeah, man, that thing is a game changer. The name of the router, I'm about to pull it up for you guys right now, so you guys will be able to acquire it, because you know we're not selfish. We always share the information. We always bring the receipts. Shout out to you, brothers. And shout out to you, brothers, that joined the Patreon this week. This month is actually Patreon month. And what I mean by that, this month I am going to be updating a lot of stuff that's on Patreon. For those of you that are supposed to be getting consultations this month, we're going to be scheduling your consultations. So a lot of things are going to be taking place this month due to on Patreon for those of you who have already joined. Updating videos, the newsletters, everything is going to be updated because I'm dedicating this month to really, from now on, put forth a strong effort for all you guys that are supporting the channel by way of Patreon. I appreciate you guys just as much as I appreciate you guys on YouTube for supporting the channel. But let me get this information pulled up for you guys. Let us see. And this is, I'm hooking y'all up because this is usually what dudes only get during consultation. So you guys getting the hookup tonight. You are getting the hookup. I kid you not, man. I love having a portable router. Here we go. There we go. And it's on sale. Man, it's gone down since I got mine for like over $300. Y'all getting the hookup. Okay, so let me get them both to you. The eSIM card one and the one I just showed you. I'm about to drop it in there right there. Yes, sir. Oh, don't forget, I'm still waiting for you guys to answer. What country, the question that I asked you guys, what country is the #1 import country into the United States? This country is #1 and is not what you think it is. In 2023, 2024, this country imported more products into the United States, over 400 million, almost 500, over 400 billion, almost 500 billion into the United States. What country? Oh, somebody got it. Shout out to my man Vern in the building. Mexico. Oh, you didn't think that, huh? Oh, you thought you knew your country, 'tis of thee, huh? That's why, the reason why I posted that question is because those of us who think we know when it comes to travel, when it comes to understanding our home country, and when it comes to understanding other countries, we think we know. What do I always say that we all need to be on? learner mode, always learning. When you guys just say, hey, Dre, guess what? Guess what? Your mic is not on. I didn't sit back and like, I know everything. No, as soon as you guys said it, I did what needs to be adjusted. That's why I use that example. Shout out to you. Nope, not Japan. It is Mexico. Over $400 billion of products from Mexico were imported into the United States in 2023 and 2024. China has fallen to number 2, almost number 3, as far as U.S. imports. As far as products that we get from foreign countries, China has dropped. Actually, the statistic is China has dropped over 23%. 23% of what we used to get from China, we don't get from them no more. No more. You can look it up. Mexico, numero uno. You would have never thought about Mexico being the number 1. Yes, sir. You guys were absolutely correct. Shout out to you guys. Yes, a lot of people don't realize that. That's the reason why I posted that once again, is because we as Americans have trained to think we know every dang thing. And then when there's facts that have been put forth, we realize we don't know as much as we thought we knew. We sit back and we really assume, well, I know this and you can't tell because I'm American. It's China. And you find out that that answer is 100% wrong. And if you're wrong about a simple statement about that, what other things are Americans wrong about? And that's why I say we got 8 things that we're going to be talking about that we think that is easy to understand or easy to do, or misconceptions that we have about other countries as Americans. So we're going to talk about what 8 of those are. Let me scroll back up. Shout out to all you guys. I don't know about that one, Dave, but he said, it would have made sense. Yeah, it would have made sense. So Mexico would have made sense. Yep. China had tariffs put on them by President Trump. Yeah, I do remember that, from intelligence theft for intelligence theft. I don't know about the intelligence theft. I do realize that could be it. I agree with you 100%. Shout out to my Uncle Ghostface who just went back. Hey, Jeff. Jeffrey, how come you and Mike T were in the same Airbnb? Both you brothers in the same. Me and Mike were just hanging out about a few minutes ago, and he telling me where his Airbnb. And I said, well, I'll walk with you, brother, because I'm about to walk home for the live stream. He said, well, I'm right around the corner. He said, it's a gated white building. I said, I just dropped my uncle off at the airport from that spot. He was there for a week. And Mike was like, well, I stay there as well. So shout out to you brothers, man. So many brothers coming down here, man. Y'all just passing each other, not even realizing who is who. So shout out to you brothers. Let me scroll all the way back up and give these shout outs out to well-deserving individuals. Shout out to you guys. And I'm glad that you guys got the answer. You guys really did get that answer. The answer is Mexico. The United States in 2023, 2024 imported more products from Mexico than any other country in the world. Absolutely correct. Shout out to once again to my man Mike Lowry, who was the one that told me, Dre, something's going on with the mic. Work on that. Shout out to my man El Grimm in the building, as well as my man Mark Chapman in the building of the Chapman family. My man, my man LJ got it early. I didn't realize that early response, LJ. Thank you, brother. Yes, you are absolutely correct, LJ. Life with Hades, shout out to you being here, young lady. Make sure you guys subscribe to Life with Hades channel. I'm telling you, if you guys want some boots on the ground information about what's taking place in Haiti, definitely watch her channel. And even if you just want to learn see what's going on with your people from the aspect of not what social media or what mainstream media has to say about Haiti, but you're really trying to understand it from the boots on the ground perspective, make sure that you guys subscribe to her channel. I'm telling you. Can you guys do me a favor, moderators? Drop the link to her channel. And if you are a YouTuber, I'm going to say this again. If you are a content creator, make sure that you drop your link tonight. We got over 87 people in the building on a Sunday night clicking like buttons. Hint, hint. That means that you got 87 people that are interested in subscribing to your channel if you got positive content. Now, if you don't have positive content, you know you ain't got no business dropping the link. But I don't care if you only got 25 subscribers. That means you got a chance to get another 87 subscribers if you drop the link to your channel tonight. Shout out to you. He said Colombia. Nope. Y'all giving some good ones, man. Colombia is not the one. I mean, Colombia does rank number one when it comes to export of into the United States flowers. So like I say, the flower that goes around the horse for the Kentucky Derby, all the flowers for weddings and all the flowers for Valentine's Day, all the flowers for funerals, all the flowers for celebrations in the United States, 99% of those flowers came from Colombia. All the flowers you see in Walmart, all the ones you see in the case in the florists in your community, all came from Colombia. All of them came from Colombia. Now they are number one with the export. Africa, no. But Vernon got it early. Yes, Mexico. Good call. Love Crossing Borders in the building. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, Jonathan, once again. And he said probably China. Nope, it wasn't China. I see you guys got early responses. I didn't get a chance to get to it. Thanks again, once again, for burning, and as well as my other brothers in here that was letting me know, Andre, you need to check that mic out, bro. And let me turn the music. Do I need to turn the music down a little bit? Let me turn the music down just a little bit because I don't want it to be overbearing for you guys. So let me turn it down from 12 to 10. There we go. There we go. We got Kidney Peoples in the building as well. And my man, there we go. Hey, I'm going to be doing collaboration with this gentleman right here. So make sure you drop your hey, Brian, shout out to you, Mr. Brandy himself. He said, Peace King, good to see you. Cincinnati, them Ohio players. What? You know how much music came out of Cincinnati? You got Zap, you got Parliament Funkadelics, you got the Ohio players. Man, you had I'm Parliament, yeah, Bootsy Collins. Man, it was so much music coming out of Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio. Man, listen, y'all better do y'all homework on Ohio, man. They was doing it back in the day. Shout out to Kenny being in here, as well as my man Morning Drive Coffee. The Miami boys at it again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that time for it. Big OG style. Yes, sir, kind sir. Once again, Cologne of the Night was a combo. It was the Tom Ford Oud. Let me go right here. Tom Ford Oud Wood. Very woody, very masculine. Very masculine. It's one of those colognes that you will not wear every day. You see, I haven't put a real dent off into that. And then the next one that I combined with it, which is just a clone of a Tom Ford, which is peach, which is the bright peach. I hope you guys get that in the camera. There we go. The bright peach. So we got the bright peach, and then we got the Tom Ford Oud Wood. And because of that combination, oh man, it smells good. I've been rocking this one all day long. Rocking it all day long. All right. Shout out once again to Ohio players. We're going to get to the topic in a second. Once again, 8 things that Americans think that we have a misconception about when it comes to other countries, and also misconceptions about ourselves. That's why I use that analogy or that example of coming to find out that Mexico is our number one import country, not China anymore. And that's why when I say to guys, hey, you might want to look at Mexico as your number 2 home. Shout out to lead attorney who lived there for 6 years. You might be looking at Mexico like, you know what? Yeah, that Mexican beach life doesn't sound too bad. You're close enough to get back home to family if there's an emergency. You got some gorgeous Mexican women down there. Come on, guys. If you've been to Mexico, you already know they got some nicey down there. And you already know in Mexico, if you're a brother from the States, yeah, we all treated like we Kobe. Yeah. So a lot of you guys who sit back trying to zoom to Thailand or zoom to Colombia, You might want to look right underneath you to Mexico. And you could just drive there and drive back in certain cases. Oh, man, that's gravy. Yeah, I'm going old school. Gravy. You say that's what Umar gets? Hey, I don't know. Guys, let me know. I don't know if the female, because it's been a few days, I don't know if the female that threw the purse at him has done an interview yet. If she has, guys, let me know. For those of you that don't know, Dr. Umar was doing a speech, and a sister that was bigger than this, it was a big sister, right? And she came on, she walked straight through the crowd like she was Moses walking through the water. And she took, Umar was talking, and she started repeating what he was saying, and she was pissed. And she took her purse and threw it in the air right at Umar. And she said, a lot of guys didn't catch this. She said, look in the purse. Look in the purse. When you look back at it, Jonathan, don't look at what she's doing. Listen to her. Don't listen to Umar talking about, I never met this woman. Don't listen to that part. Listen to her after she throws the purse at him on stage. And she says, look in the purse. I want to know what's in the purse that she was talking about looking at. So, okay, Umar. Shout out to my man, Passport Crew. Let me correct myself, Global. Yes, your girl Andre was here in the building. Shout out to my man, Charlton, in the building as well, kind sir. As well as my man, Dale Miles, or the Miles family. He said, what it do, Dre? Salute from Medellin. The Colombian boys on the other side of Medi heads having fun over there, enjoying a real life in Medellin, not that crazy madness that other guys have experienced. There are men that go to Medellin. Yes, there are men in Medellin that have real lives. Women in Medellin that have traveled down there have real lives and no issues. Medellin right now is such a good city. They have an influx right now of women coming in from the Philippines and Thailand. I'll say it again. They have an influx of women. Even Cali has an influx of women coming from that Southeast Asia area. I kid you not. I don't know what's going on over the last couple of years. As I mentioned to you guys before, I would see an Asian person, an Asian woman, maybe once a year. It's stretching it maybe twice a year. Now it's twice to 3 times a month. I'm seeing somebody of Asian descent. So yeah, definitely, guys. Let me make sure the mic is there. The camera's still working. Oh man, it looks bad. That looks bad. I didn't even take the time out to look at how I'm looking right now. I just want to say I appreciate that you guys are even hanging with me with this struggle streaming. That looks horrible. Let me see if I... Oh, that looks bad. Okay, let's see if... Wait a minute. Oh, I was looking at the wrong part. My bad. I'm behind. Looking at my own video. Oh, there we go. Okay, I look better. Okay. Because what I was looking at was what I saw before. So, okay, cool. Okay, we're good. For a second, I was like, oh my goodness, I look bad again. All right, cool. Another brother. He said, another brother I look up to and respect, Andre. I appreciate that, Dave. I was telling Mike, some of the reasons why I stay so focused and some of the reasons why I stay so adamant about what I represent for us black brothers on the other side of the world. I don't take us as brothers from the States for granted. I'll say this again. I don't take who we are as black men who saved our money, got our passports. Some of you guys are retirees. Some of you guys right now, shout out to my truck driver brothers, military brothers, third shift, second shift brothers and sisters out there. I don't take for granted who we are and how people see us around the world. Other dudes can sit back and be like, I don't care what it means. I'm coming to buy some coochie. Cool, I got you, brother. I understand where you're coming from. But there are those of us that give a dang about how we look as black men around the world. And so one of the things that I try to do, and I was telling the brother, I say, one of the reasons that I don't cheat, 3 reasons.
I don't cheat because I love my wife and she's all that I need as a woman. I'm good. I'm happy and she brings me peace. Bring me intimacy. She brings me a joy. She brings me all that I need. I'm good. I've been out there with a bunch of women. I know what it's like to have a bunch. I know what it's like to sit your butt down somewhere. That's where I am right now. Number 2 reason why I'm not out here cheating. Because I know me. To thyself be true. I am not going to cheat with one woman. That will not happen. It will be with 51, 61, 71, 91. I'm a plague when it comes to cheating. I'm worse, way worse than COVID ever been. It would be a lot of people, a lot of women in trouble if I was out there messing around. So since I know who I am, I don't lie to myself about just get one, Dre. It won't be one. No, it won't. Andre, don't lie. It ain't gonna be no one. It's gonna be 71, 101. I know me. I run through this city and this country so fast. So since I know myself, I don't put myself out there. A lot of you guys are like me. You know, all it takes is one time cheating or one time having a side chick. You know you're gonna have 4 side chicks. Why? Because you built just like me. You don't know how to eat just one Lay's potato chip. You know you're gonna eat the whole bag of Lay's. You don't know how to just eat some of the pint of ice cream. You're gonna go ahead and eat that whole half pint. So it is when it comes to women. There are those of us that know that we are not going to be with just one side chick. It's going to be with a bunch of them. So since I don't have time for that mess, because it's a mess for me, but not maybe for you, but since I don't have time for that, and I'm not in a poly relationship, I stay away from that. That's my number 2 reason why I don't cheat. Number 3 reason, but just as important, because I care about what you guys think about me when you meet me. You guys can walk up on me in the middle of anywhere. And it feels so good to know when you guys walk up on me, I'm either with one of you guys. Hey, so-and-so and so-and-so, meet so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm introducing you guys to somebody. Or you guys are walking up on me and I'm not in any childishness. Ain't none of y'all ever walked up on me smoking weed, have you? You ever walked up on Andre pissy drunk? What about with women in my arm? And a lot of you guys notice I know a lot of women. Well, have you ever walked up on me and there was a woman on my side and I'm looking crazy and awkward? Never. Why? Because I care about how you think about me as a black man and how other countries see us as black men. So our image, so when the brother said, Andre, I look up to you, I look up to my expectations of who I'm supposed to be as well. I don't expect every man to care about what you guys think. There's some brothers that don't give a damn about what y'all think. They think that, hey, I'm a party. I save my money. I'm on vacation mode and I'm a party. Nothing wrong with that. I move to DR or I moved here and I don't care what other black men think about me. Cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But as for this black man, I care about my black people image. Not only to white people or to Latin people or to Asian people, but to my own people as well. So that's why I'm the way that I am, just in case you guys are wondering. So you guys don't have to worry about walking up on Andre like, what? He lied. He got hoes. Dre got hoes in different area. No, that's not me. Because I already know. Just because.
Can't you see I got a passport? I got a passport. Hey, I got a passport. I got a passport.
That doesn't necessarily mean that I need to be.
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for.
I am not trying to be a part of the problem. I have to admit that. I've been a part of the problem for much of my life in the black community. It's time for some of us brothers not to be a part of the problem. Because I admit, I had no problem with admitting I was part of the problem. Shout out to my man once again. Yeah, we're trying here. We're trying, Brian. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to my man Kings and Dreams in the building. New York. I gotta get me a New York drop. I swear, I keep forgetting. He said, Big Bro Dre. He said, my little sis Drea. He said, Sunday night vibes. Big ups to the chat. Shout out to you guys being here. Let me make sure that I'm still looking clear. All right, I'm looking good, real good, man. That router is, yeah. Where's the router? Where'd I put the router? I think here it is right here. This router here, worth its weight in gold. Worth its weight in gold. Yes. Yes, man. We've taken it all around the world, man, and it's always worked good. Shout out to my man, It's Jay. If you guys want to learn about Brazil the right way, yeah, that's the dude that y'all need to be hooking up with. Yeah, that one right there. I'm letting y'all know now. Y'all be meeting everybody else that be in Brazil. Y'all don't be hitting up Jay Clyde. Y'all don't hit up Al Grease, who wrote the movies and directed the movies, Frustrated 1, 2, and 3. Y'all don't hit them dudes up talking about Brazil. Y'all be hitting up other dudes. Y'all don't hit up Skylar, my man, One Master Teacher, who's in Brazil. Y'all be hitting up them Scott, man. Y'all be hitting up them real brothers that I just mentioned. I'm telling you, there's a couple other brothers that's down in Brazil. Yes, Brazil, yes. Shout out to that brother, man. Shout out to them good dudes, man. There's some good dudes that's in Brazil that will lead you the right way to enjoy your trip in Brazil. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, Panama, man. We love Panama. I ain't gonna even lie. But Panama wasn't the that would have been a close answer to. Panama would have been a good one. Panama Canal. Mexico is bigger importer. You caught that one, man. That was the one. Yep. Mexico is the largest importer into the United States. Shout out once again to Kings and Dreams. He said, your mic is all big, bro. I think I got it now, Kings. Thanks for hooking me up, brother. You and Vernon. He said, it's freezing, or is it? And that helped me out a lot as well. That's why I like when you guys kind of like let me know, Dre, correct this, correct that, correct this, correct that. Hey, I need that with teamwork. Shout out to my man Uriah, one of my favorite Bible names, man. I kid you not. He said, Andre, you're freezing up. Yep. So this is when I was freezing. So I know I'm behind on the super chats. We got 101 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you because you already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, yeah. Oh yeah.
Once we establish this as a place of truth, Oprah coming next. So make sure you click that like button. Shout out to my man Jarrell in the building. Sounds good. He said, but streaming. Hey, you guys can hear my voice still cracking like I'm Peter Brady, right? My surgery is scheduled for my brother's birthday. April 19th is the scheduled date for my surgery. Andrea will be doing a 5-day takeover because they said I literally cannot talk for 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cannot talk for 5 days. So the house will be quiet because Andrea ain't got to hear my big mouth. And you guys will be hearing Andrea for the live streams during the month of April. Man, that's also our anniversary. 5 years on YouTube. Man, I think ours is the 9th. So I might be good. Our anniversary is the 9th, April 9th. 5 years on YouTube. 5 channels. And you guys have been riding deep with us. We appreciate that. Shout out to my man Victory in the building as well. Shout out to you being here, brother. That's my family right there, straight out of Ohio, by way of Florida. He said, yeah, Dr. Umar is losing a lot of respect in the States to men. Man, I wish I would have, man. I just want to see, I want to know what she said. Look in the purse. I want to know what she had on Umar that's in that purse. He said, Afro-Latinas got it going on too. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to the Afro-Latinas. Dude. One of the benefits of living in Cali, Colombia, and you live in the second largest Afro-Latina city in all of South America, outside of, I think it's Salvador, Brazil. What is it, Salvador? Correct me if I'm wrong. Number 2 is Cali. Ain't nothing but fine sisters walking around. You be like, dang, they fine. Man, I have never appreciated Chocolatey as much as I appreciate Chocolatey being here in South America. It's one thing in the States, you got the chocolate sisters. It's completely different here in Colombia, or in Brazil, or in Peru, or in Guyana. Dude, this chocolate here is a whole nother side of chocolate. I understand what our African brothers get to enjoy a whole nother level of chocolate sisters. Goodness gracious. Shout out to my uncle in the building, Ghostface. He said, what it do? I'm ready. He said, I'm ready to come back home. I'm ready to come back to Colombia. He said, I was not ready to come back to this yet. He said, I was wondering, man. I was wondering, Jay, because I just dropped you off and I ain't heard much from you since that moment in time. He said, this go around my mind, I wasn't visiting there. I was living there. So yeah, his first trip was just visiting. This last trip that he came, just hung out with me for a week. It was more like he felt like I was living in Colombia. And so now to go back is like, ugh, I know that feeling, bro. Thank you very much, Kings, that I'm looking way better. Let's get ready to get started with the topic, gentlemen. Oh, shout out to Bobby. Bobby in the building as well. Let me give a shout out to my man Bobby's Space Ghost in the building. And I can't forget about my boy Black Nubian, boy. What? Shout out to him.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
Them Canadian boys at it again, Mom. They're at it again. Shout out to my brother. He said, what's the name of the router? I just dropped it in the link. I'm going to drop the link to both routers. Both routers are going to drop the link once again. The Amazon link, so you guys can take advantage of them. Yep, that Netgear. Like I said, this one here, you have to put a SIM card in no matter what country you go to, the Netgear. And all you do is just, this whole back pops open. I should have did it like this, Netgear, like this. So, and this one is the Sun. The Netgear, this whole back just pops open. It's got a big battery. You pull it out. You just put the SIM card in there, put the battery in, slide the back on, turn it on. You can see that button up front. Then you just turn it on, and bada bing, bada boom. Let's go back real quick. You can see that there's already, let me see. Let's go back. You can see how there's one device, which is me, connected to it. But it connects over 20 different devices. The reason why I like this one is because they have a bunch of other routers in there that are a lot smaller, out there. But the reason I like this one because it has the digital screen. So I can see when the battery is going low. If somebody asks me, hey, Dre, what's the password and the Wi-Fi for your router? I can show it to them. No matter where I am, I can see where the battery is going dead. That's why I like about this. When you see that green, that means the battery is charged. And it lets you know that what your data is, as you guys can tell by the bars up top. And it lets you know how much data that you've either used over the last few days or how much data you have available. And the cool part about it, because we got an Exodo, the grocery store, or their version of Walmart, we got the Wi-Fi from there or the SIM card from there. Why? Why didn't we get a Verizon or their version of AT&T, or in other words, the Claro card? I'll tell you why. Why did we get one from the grocery store? Because the grocery store one, through Rappi, the phone app that allows you to buy anything on the phone, on the app, allows us to add data to this. So while Andre was at the grocery store just walking, I'll say, babe, I'm about to start the show in 10 minutes. Could you do me a favor? Go to your phone and add some data to the router. So while she was in the grocery store, Andre just took her phone, blah, 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 added some data. And she said, babe, I just added the data. Bam, we got new data for this router. So that's why we just got a grocery store one, because it's easier to add it compared to having to go online and go to Claro or go to AT&T and go online. We could do it from the app, the phone app that you order food from, or your dinner from. The Rappi app orders, you can order anything. This one here connects to your eSIM. This connects to your eSIM card that's in your phone. You guys often hear me talk about my eSIM card. I'm giving you guys the hookup right now. We're supposed to be talking about the topic, but I'm hooking y'all guys up. So right here, you would go to Airlo. Y'all see that one all the way on the right hand side? Airlo, the one that kind of like steps all the way up. That's Airlo. That's the app that you want to download. It's spelled Air Low, just like air, just L-O. You go into it after you download it. I'm hooking y'all up, man. Y'all wrong. Y'all getting a consultation hookup. So you can choose your country. Now this is eSIM. You don't have to get a SIM card. We use this all the time we were in Europe. You could choose a country, or you can choose a whole region. So instead of just choosing one country, you could choose that whole area. So if you use this, you just choose Africa, and no matter what country in Africa you go to, you already got data. We chose Europe. So when we chose Europe, here's what happened. The Euro card. And you see how many countries we get? 39 countries. So if we go to either one of those 39 countries, we don't have to use a new Wi-Fi. We don't have to get a new SIM card. We ain't got to reconnect. We could be on a train and it connects from one country to another country. This is exactly the package that I used when I was in Europe. Or you could just choose one country, my bad. And the country that I have right here is Colombia. Y'all see that? Now, as you can see, my data has expired because I haven't re-upped it since. But here we go. Re-up like I'm still in the game. So you guys can see my rainbow is empty. Look at that 0. My rainbow is empty. But all I got to do is scroll down and I can buy more data. I could buy more data. And so I always have data. You guys can use this as much as you want. No matter how many times you come to Colombia, you can buy data while you're in the States. Like, you know what? I'm going to be there in Colombia. Let me go ahead and buy 3 gigs for $21. Yeah, that'll be good. And you can call and connect it to whatever you want back and forth with the States as if you had a regular phone line. Once again, that's Airlo app. But here's the kicker. Once you buy data for this, you can Bluetooth it and connect it to this. So instead of using this as a hotspot, you can use a real router as a hotspot. So combine these two together with your laptop, your computers, and everything that you need. Bada bing, bada boom. You don't even need this. This needs SIM cards. This doesn't. It just connects as long as you got data from Airlo. You guys getting a hookup, man. I'm telling you, you're getting a hookup. I'm gonna break this part down, and I'm gonna put this in the Patreon, because I know months down the line, guys will have a question in regards to that. It wasn't nobody sharing this type of information when I first started traveling. I swear. Oh, you know who was sharing it? My white brothers. Yes, the white brothers, they always share all this little technology stuff with each other. Brothers, we too busy worrying about pay for play and this and that, and not realizing that we could be saving money instead of buying data every country or SIM card every country we go to. You ain't got to do that no more. And we don't want to talk about that. But when it comes to pay for play, oh yeah, we want to understand everything when it comes to the coochies. Shout out to Mike T once again. It was good hanging out with you, brother. It was really good hanging out with you. Oh, shout out to my brother in the building.
We in Tampa, 813.
Oh, he's not Tampa. He overseas in the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to you. He said, "What's up, Andre? I sent a super chat, but don't see it on the screen. I haven't read the super chats yet. Just a couple of them. Give me Amara. Let me see if I get this correct. Mara Yahweh. Brother, give me a second. I'm going to hit the super chats in a second, the other super chats in a second. He say, hope it will get to you soon. And I'm finishing a mail or email for consultation. Shout out to you, brother. I hope I remember I responded to your email as well, the one before. He said, yes, excited for that. Yeah, brother. We're going to do that, man. I saw the videos of you and the missus. I'm very proud of you guys. I see what you guys are doing over there. So after the live stream, Brian, when I get done, I'm gonna hit you up. So we won't be too long. Shout out to my man David in the building once again, showing the love to the channel. He said, another brother I look up. Oh, I did this one. Another brother I look up to, Andre and Andrea. Yes, sir. I appreciate that $5. Yes, sir. That's the information for the SIM card. Yes, sir. Right there for the and what that is for the routers. In other words, guys, those routers I just showed you. I said SIM card, but I meant to put routers. Let me scroll down. Shout to the great one. Mexico is the answer. Yes, sir. He said that's realistic because Mexico is right next door. Yeah. See, we think about like Mexico, like back in the day, for those of you that were raised in the 70s and 80s, and we think about NAFTA, and we think about car imports and exports, and it was just cars. Boy, Mexico is balling now. And they doing it quietly. Think about Mexico made, think about it, $400 billion off the United States, and most U.S. citizens don't even know it. If you would have asked that question to most U.S. citizens, everybody would have said, China. We get our stuff from China. Hell, no, you don't. That's dropped by 23 to 28%. We don't get our stuff from China anymore. We get it from Mexico. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, brethren. You say, that's why I love this trial, strong togetherness. Yes, hey, this is not a one-man show. This is a one-us show. Chat lives matters. I'll say that again. Chat lives matters. Believe you me. Let me scroll down a little bit more. I read the one about the tariffs. Great one said, Andre, can you turn up the key light? Let me see. Let me see if I need more key light. Is that better? I just turned it up a little bit more. There we go. And let me make sure that it is on, yes, on white. Okay, cool. So I just turned it up a little bit more. Oh, that's better. That is better. Wow. Thank you very much. See, that's what I love about you brothers, man. Thank you, great one. That's looking a lot better. That looks a lot better. Thanks for letting me know that. All right. Just in case you guys are wondering, the key light is that main soft light, that main box right here. You can kind of see the glow of it right here, right in here. You can see that glow. That's that key light that's right here. So it's angled right here. And I have the power to either make it warm. See, that's how Angry Man does. And that's how my man Theo does on Do Better podcast. Or you can make it cold. You see how Theo is always like this with the blue. Where Angry Man has the blue, that's what that is. Instead of just having it with the white light, they just have a blue light. Or it's called a cold light, in other words. Or you could do like I normally do. Just leave the white light. And it's just a regular remote control, as you guys can see. You can control how high it is, how soft it is, things like that. So shout out to you for letting me know about the key light. He said, a lot of our American men are taking their money or millions overseas that's a big reason. That's why you have so many immigrants that they're letting into the country, which it seems like madness to many of us in the States. But we have to realize there's an epidemic that's taking place globally. There is an epidemic that's taking place globally. The epidemic is this. There are not enough children being in the world to replace the taxpayers that exist right now in the world. Me and Mike were talking about this. Me and Mike T were talking about this earlier. You know what the global economies are centered around? The stock market, nope. Real estate, nope. Global economies, all global economies will collapse. This world will not be the world that we know if this does not take place. If y'all stop having sex. It seems so simple, doesn't it? You guys give birth to the future taxpayers. The epidemic is this. A lot of us aren't having kids like we used to. Remember, grandma, mom, and them used to have 6, 7, 5 kids. It was nothing to it. 3 kids, it was nothing to it. Now other than Aisha and Keisha and them, professional women are either not having kids around the world, or you got men that have decided, I don't want to have any babies by the women in my own country. So now many of you have decided to have babies in other countries. That's taking away consumers that would have been born. That's taking away taxpayers that would have been born in that country. Why do you think they took away a woman's right to do what she does with her body? Not enough babies were being born. So they said, we're taking that right away. You're going to give birth to that child. Why? Because we need them. And because countries that can't afford to do what the U.S. is doing, I'll tell you what I mean. The epidemic is still strong in other countries. So the United States said this: Americans have decided that they're not going to have enough babies. You can look it up. If you think I'm lying, look up the lack of childbirths in the United States over the last 3 to 5 years. Y'all ain't having kids like they used to. Remember back in the day, everybody was pregnant. Keisha, Aisha, LaWanda, LaQuisha and them. Wilhelmina was pregnant. Bertha was pregnant. Everybody. I'm talking about even when we was in our teens. Remember we was in our teens, and there was always at least 3 girls to 5 girls in our neighborhood that was pregnant in early age. You ain't seeing it like that no more. Ain't no 8 babies per woman no more like it used to be. That means there's not taxpayers and consumers being born. And so why create so many products if there's not enough consumers or taxpayers being born? And now it's like that globally. Japan is going through it, not enough babies being born. I just read the article today because I get the European newspaper. This country is the oldest by people country in the world. The oldest by age country in the world. Italy. 26% of Italians are over the age of 65. Italy has so few young people that live in Italy, they're basically giving the homes and the houses away. You can look up the article of Italy giving away houses for $1. If you live there for 5 years, just come on through. It is global. I just watched a video of Japan. Japanese men are so entrenched in anime and video games, young Japanese men, that they do not know how to approach everyday women anymore. Bruh, they've got brothels in Japan for physical contact. I'll say this again. Not for intimacy, not the busts are open. There are brothels all over Japan just so a man could pay to lay his head on a woman's lap, because a lot of young men have never touched a woman outside of just a hug from family members. They don't know anything about intimate touches. So they've got brothels dedicated to showing men that it's all right to touch a woman. These dudes are paying for an hour of conversation, and they're paying for extra time to lay their head on the woman's lap, and for bonus, a hug. You can look it up. I just watched it last week. They are actually paying in Japan for a hug. They are so separate as a people when it comes to intimacy and giving birth to the future taxpayers in Japan and the future consumers in Japan, like the United States, that women, there is so much of a shortage of boyfriends in Japan that women are paying men big money to be their boyfriend for an hour, not to bang them out. These women are too scared to get banged out. They need the men to come teach them how to walk and talk and laugh and be around and let a man be in control as far as ordering dinner and things like that. There are men that in Japan right now getting paid like crazy. The rule is you cannot sleep with any of your clients. All you can do is teach them how to be around a man. And these young women are coming out that money. It's crazy around the world how there's a lack of birth and birth rate is low. What's my point? That while America is bragging and talking about we're number one, America's in the same boat. That's one of the mistakes that I want to talk about. Number one, one of the number one mistakes that Americans are thinking when it comes to other countries is that we are not in the same boat. In a lot of areas, we aren't. Yes, we're advanced in a lot of areas. Yes, we are. But in a lot of areas, we're just as primitive as our brothers and sisters in other countries. They have a problem with birth rates, so does the United States. They have a problem when it comes to advancing in medical areas, so does the United States. United States used to rank for 10 years number 37 as far as medical in the world. We can look it up if you want to. This past year, Colombia ranks number 37. Colombia used to be number 32 out of 104 countries. Now it's number 37. Guess where the United States is? We looked it up a couple weeks ago. As far as your medical that you're waiting in hours for, that you pay all that insurance for out of your paycheck, United States Medical Services rank number 70 of 104 countries. You are number 70. You are nowhere near the top when it comes to medical. So one of the first things of the 8 that I'm talking about is America assumes that we're not in the same boat as other countries, and we are. I just named 2 areas, medical, and I just named the lack of birth. That is why Biden administration is letting hundreds of thousands, not 100,000, hundreds. Some of you, New York has over 100,000 immigrants that have come in their country, to their city over the last few months. Chicago has almost 100,000. Denver is up there. And other cities are way up there. You got 100,000 new broke people in your city, and you wondering, why are they getting all the benefits? Why are they getting $1,000 vouchers? Why do the police let them beat on them? And they know if we ever touch a police officer, we going to jail. Seems like for L. Because Americans are not having enough taxpayers and consumers for the future. You are not giving birth. You ain't busting enough nuts in these women. You are being responsible with your semen. And because you're not being irresponsible with your semen, a lot of countries are suffering because men are being responsible. Now, Pookie and Ray Ray, they've been busting up in chicks since the dawn of time. So we're not talking about Pookie and Ray Ray and them. We're talking about all you guys that have real disposable income, real education. There's something different about you. And the United States is saying, y'all ain't having enough babies. All you do is with this education, all you do is with this certification, all you do is with these trades, all you electricians out there, all you tradesmen and craftsmen, all you white collar dudes, y'all ain't having enough babies in the United States. And so how they gonna fix it? Y'all ain't having enough kids. Look it up. Tell me I'm lying. So they said we're gonna ship some people in. And that's what they did. If y'all ain't making taxpayers, they shipping them in. And the problem with other countries, they can't do what the United States has been able to do, because we have been able to convince the rest of the world that we're not in the same boat and come on through. So people ignore other countries that are going through the exact same thing of not having enough childbirths for the future. But United States sold its propaganda so well that people run to us so we can make up for what we're losing out on as far as birth rates. Not every country can do that. Japan can't do that. Not everybody is running to go to Japan, are they? So they're suffering. China can't do that, can they? Not everybody's rushing to go to China, are they? But they're going through the same issues with birth rates. Italy can't do that, the oldest country in the world as far as people's age. Why? They haven't sold the propaganda as Israel's the place to be. But here's the problem. Number one, as I just said, America has yet to admit that in many areas we're in the same boat as other countries, because we always try to portray ourselves like we're the hot chick on the block. You know what America is? America is that hot chick that like to hang out with fat girls. I'm gonna get to the super chats in a second, guys. America is the hot chick that like to hang out with fat girls. We know this chick. We've seen her. She either hang out with fat girls or nerdy girls that ain't attractive, or just straight unattractive girls, or girls that's just a little bit less attractive than she is. Why? Why do hot chicks like to be around women that are a little bit more or a lot more unattractive than they are? We all know, because it makes them feel better about themselves. Why do Americans love to criticize other countries? Because America knows she's the hot chick, for now, that likes to criticize all her fat friends. Mexico, Canada, UK, y'all cool. Australia, New Zealand, y'all cool. You know, y'all cool. But you not hot like me. America is like, don't you wish your country was hot like me? That's America. And that's how we've been raised to be. We were raised to think that we are number one in everything. And as I just mentioned, statistically, we're not even number one in medical. Think about it, number 70 of 104 countries? You were just number 37 for 10 years. Now, you wonder where I get this list from. The World Health Organization's list, the latest list that came out, just in case you're wondering where I got this stat from. World Health Organization said Colombia forever number 22. Well, Colombia, you dropped down. You're number 37. Well, who's number 37? It ain't the United States no more. Yep. United States is number 70. Ugh. That's a heck of a, that's like twice the amount of the drop that you were. If you're number 37, that's a big plunge. That's like falling off a cliff. But when you go to the States, we swear our little pretty buildings and everything that we see, we're number one. And that looks, well, okay, nobody tell us about our medical. Look at our doctors. Those are doctors. Well, you don't know, because most Americans haven't used a passport to compare our medical systems to other countries. So number one is we make the mistake of thinking that we're not in the same boat as other countries, especially when it comes to birth rates. Number two, we're going to go to. Number two reason is that Americans make the mistake of thinking that other countries are easier. Easier to move to, easier to understand the culture, easier women, easier to buy a house or a car. And many of you are finding that when you come to other countries, if you ain't got a credit line, it ain't as easy as you thought it was. If you don't have a co-signer, it ain't as easy as you thought it was. You might know Spanish way better than I do, but do you know negotiation Spanish? Can you take a contract and negotiate that contract? Because it's all in Spanish. Since your Spanish is so good, no, your Spanish is good enough to get some coochie. Got you. Your Spanish is good enough to get to a grocery store, to a club. I got you. It's good enough to network and relate to people. I got you. But can your Spanish buy a house for you? If it can, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. But if you like many of us, we got survival Spanish. I can go to a grocery store and get whatever I need. I can walk up on any woman that I need to walk up on and get a conversation going. I can go to a bar and order any drink or any restaurant. We got survival Spanish. Nothing wrong with that. But to think that it's easier than the United States, I'll go with the ladies. Nothing against the ladies. How many of us think that for the most part, many women, not all, but many women in the United States are easy? I'm not talking about the broke sisters. I'm talking about some sisters that got money. United States is known as a hookup culture, hookup country. Women feel like I have my sexual liberation. I'm free intimately. And so she gonna hand you the coochie because she free in the States. Am I lying? She could be a 5, 6, 7-figure woman and she'll throw that coochie on you because I'm free and I'm independent. Men do not control the sex. I control it and I'm gonna throw my coochie at them. Right? That's the United States, right? Independent, free intimacy. For those of you who have seriously went to other countries, was it always easy to get everyday women to lay down with you the first night like it is in the United States? I could get a one-night stand all day long in the United States. It ain't too many countries. It's a lot, but it ain't too many countries that's like the United States where you can get you a one-night stand like that. Half of the one-night stands I had in the States, I couldn't tell you their name for nothing. I couldn't. The day that I met him, as soon as they say my name is Keisha, it's one ear out the other. All I'm seeing is big breasts, dimples, and a big butt. Everybody, babe. Well, babe, come on, let's go over here. Baby, let's go over here. So at the end of the day, it was easy to hook up with them in the States. But I've been to countries, not just this country, countries where you're going to have to wait till tomorrow to get it. Or you're going to have to wait till day 3 to get it. In my country, we don't just throw it out there like that. And some guys make the mistake of thinking that because when you come to, for example, Jamaica, or when you come to Colombia, or when you come to other countries, that because the ones that you were with were easy women, that all women in that country are easy. That's not true. I can tell you as a fact, Colombian women are not as easy as women in the States. And some of you guys in the comment section who've been here to Colombia can attest. Yeah, I got me some quick coochie in the States, but Colombian women, the real ones, they ain't throwing it out there the first night just because I got off a plane. Every country got party girls. So don't think, well, I met these females, we partied all night. Yeah, every country got party girls. Every country got freaky, nasty women that don't care about their body. So don't act like that. I'm talking about real women in these countries that give a dang about themselves. You ain't getting it the first night, player. That's not going to happen. You got real women back home in the States, and you will knock that off and knock that down the first night. And I'm a prime example of a brother that was doing that. And many of you are too. And you can attest, yeah, Dre right. I met some good women that let me knock it off the first night, and they were still good women the next morning. And I still hung out with them, and I still dated them, and I still had a relationship with them, but I did knock her off the first night I met her. How many times have we heard in the United States a woman say, well, I only had sex with him one time, and I got pregnant. The first night I met him, if I had $1 for all the females that said no to me back home for a one-night stand, and yet was telling me, I don't know why I'm doing this. If I had am I lying? If you dudes had $1 for every chick that the first time you met her, she told you you were not going to get this intimacy, in less than an hour later, you got her hemmed up somewhere, and if I had $1 for everyone that said, for every one of them that said, I don't know why I'm doing this. If I just had $1 for that statement, not even for the intimacy, for the amount of women that told me, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't even like you. How many times have you guys had intimacy with women in the United States that you know that heifer does not like you? She's that coworker, can't stand you. Now you got her hemmed up in the broom closet. Shout out to the broom closet intimacy. You got her hemmed up in a ladies' room, lights out, on a Saturday morning. I ain't the only one. What's my point? When we sit back and we make the mistake of assuming that it's easier in other countries because we saw YouTube platforms that showed you party girls, that showed you pay for play, but very rarely show you every day going to work, going to school, just every day, just minding her business. Women in other countries, they don't ever show you those. All they ever show you is party girls. All they ever show you is the fast girls, like your mama used to say. The women that are pay for play. They only show you the brothel girls. But I'm telling you, in a lot of these countries, there are some women that are like, no. Why? Because I'm not her. There are women that will not give you the sex the first night, not because of you, but because she wants to show you she's not one of them. And a lot of you guys can attest to that. Let me hit to the comments. Let me hit to the super chats. First of all, hit these brothers. Shout out to you brothers being here once again. History with EJ Watt. Man, I like that name. History with EJ Watt. $5. Shout out to you, brother, and a cool hat. And all of us brothers that wear glasses. See, now I got the large monitor. I don't have to put my glasses on. My glasses are sitting right here, guys. Now I don't have to wear them because the monitor is right here. And I can push it back and push it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. He said, I need a serious brother to write the forward to the sequel of Passport Inc., a dark comedy about American dating 101 new rehearsal or new release. Hey, hit me up on it with an email, brother. I have no problem writing you forward after I read some of your excerpts. I really don't have a problem with that. I forgot to put the Cash App banner up. Who am I? Who am I? What am I doing? So hit me up on the email. And any questions that you guys may have, consultation questions, vacation questions, relocation questions, make sure you guys hit me up on the email. If you want to do a collaboration, you got a positive channel. Now, do realize, I don't care about your channel size. I do care about the positivity. So if you are a backbiting channel, you might not want to hit me up. But if you're a good channel, I have no problem with doing a collaboration with a brother. And I don't care if you got 50 subscribers. The Kings and Dreams can tell you that. From day one, I always was one of those brothers that, hey, if you call me up, I'm in. So if you're a positive content creator, I got your back, brother. I know what it's like to start off. So, and I know what it's like to reach out to people that have larger channels and they're like, oh, man, you don't have 20,000 subscribers and I only mess with people with 20,000 subscribers. Well, I'm not like that. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's like, yeah, I come on your channel, but you got to pay me like 5,000 or 1,000 to come on your show. I'm not like that. I'm not like that yet. No, I'm not like that. I'm not like that at all. So if you're a content creator, just hit me up, man. And I kid you not, if you got positive content and it's parallel to what we're trying to do as far as uplift men that travel and including women as well, hit me up, man. I kid you not. I got your backs. Shoot your boy an email. Shout out to Timothy. He said, I've never seen a woman in my life. He said, yeah, that's what Umar said. I've never seen that woman in my life. He did like this. I've never seen that woman in my life. Go on with that, girl. Stop throwing purses, girl. Stop that. I've never seen this woman in my life. I'll see you after the show. Have any of you guys ever had a woman just walk up on you that you ain't never seen in your life, just cussing and fussing you out? Neither have I. Umar, know he wrong. Umar, if you like the big girls, ain't nothing wrong with it, brother. Ain't nothing wrong. You're a big dude anyway. You attract big girls. See what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with jolly love. Ain't nothing wrong with the jolly love. I see you, Umar, getting that jolly love. Two jolly people getting the jolly love in, Umar. I got you, brother. He said, I hope you continue to enjoy Cali, Colombia. I really do, the child. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. I really do. And it's not just Cali, Colombia. Guys got me twisted. And I often mention that. They think that since I live in Cali, Colombia, and I relocated to Colombia, that I only have a love or appreciation for Colombia. Not true. I am a brother that uses passport. I'm an expat. Blue Book gentleman. Stand up. Shout out to the passport bros that are out there. I'm a brother that love this whole thing that we call Earth. Man, I have an affinity for the state of Georgia. I'm gonna give y'all. I got y'all another trivia question. What is the world's largest desert? And it has the state of Georgia. What is the world's largest desert? I just gave you a tip with Georgia too. That's a trivia question for all you travelers. All you true travelers, I know you should know this answer. What is the world's largest desert? And don't guess it because you're wrong. Okay? Give me the answer to it, guys. Give me a sincere answer. Shout out to my man Timothy. Timothy said, if we all meet in Cali, put me on the grill. What's the grill, brother? Let me know. Shout out to Timothy once again with the dolly, as well as my man, the child. Shout out to you. What is the world's largest? I'm gonna scroll down, see if you guys got the answer. What is the world's largest desert? Yeah, they getting that lollipop love. Umar and the big girl, and he wanted to deny it. Like, nip. That is not the world's largest desert. Nope, not the Sahara. The world's largest desert. I'm going to surprise y'all with this one. Come on, somebody should get this one. Come on, you travelers. I'm about to give you the answer right now. There we go. Timothy once again and my man IQ for the win. The Antarctic desert. Yes, sir. Antarctica. Let's pull it up right now for you guys that thought I was just BSing around and I didn't know what I was talking about. I be telling y'all, man, I'm a nerd. Nerds read. True leaders are true readers. There we go. There's your answer right there. Antarctica is the largest desert in the world. I'm going to drop the link so you guys can read a little bit more about it. And this is a National Geographic article. Nope, not in Egypt. Nope, we just got the answer. Not Sahara. It is actually Antarctica. Absolutely correct. Wise men have come up with the answer. Antarctica. Absolutely. And I dropped the link to verify that. Receipts upon receipts upon receipts. Nope. Oh, he says Sahara is number 3 and Gobi Desert is number 6. Good call. Good call, guys. Yep. And it's the driest desert on earth. That's a good. Hey, man, you guys are bringing the knowledge tonight. He said Texas. Oh, man, that's funny. Nope. Good calls, guys. Good calls, but not the right one. We got 110 people in the building. Click that like button because we already know.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Another thing, another misconception. Let's go with we're on number 3. Number 3 misconception that Americans make about other countries is that we are the star of the show. That nobody, absolutely correct, that nobody, no country will ever be like us again. We are the country. And that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true about America being the only empire or the last empire that there will be. There's a book by a guy named John Inwin. His last name is spelled, that I'm reading this book right now. It is spelled, I think I mentioned this the other day. It is spelled Enwin, John Inwin. He's a college professor, or was a college professor. He wrote a book called Sex and Culture in 1934. This book was about the fall of the United States by 2060. He said by 2060, the United States will collapse as far as at least culturally. Now, not necessarily economically. We've been seeing that take place off and on. But as far as our culture, as far as being like numero uno, we're going to fall from that. This guy studied over 86 different empires. 86 empires. And what he found out was this. He found out that the collapse of every single empire, from the Egyptian to the Mesopotamian to the Babylonian to the Persian Empire, the British Empire, all of them had these three things in common. Number one was sexual freedom. The more empires focused on being sexually liberated and not focusing on advancing as a country together as one, that was one of the reasons. Number two that he noticed was people fighting for their rights. When white people were slaves, they were fighting for their rights. When the Jews were slaves, like in the Bible, they were fighting for rights. Women right now are fighting for their rights. LGBTQ are fighting for their rights. Whenever you see the emphasis more on fighting for rights and liberations in a country, instead of coming together, we try to find ways of being separated. And I'm not saying, and he's not saying it's wrong to fight for your rights, but he's saying this is one of the things that's a sign of the decline of a country, because there had to be something for these people to have to fight for. The fact that women had to fight for a right, that people, minorities have to fight for the right to, the fact that LGBTQ has to fight for a right to, the fact that they have to fight to get a right, whatever they're fighting for, that country will decline because people have to focus on fighting and not the developing of the country like they once did. Number three, he said, is this, and this is a main one that we see right now in many countries: rationality. I'm going to break it down. When you can't tell nobody nothing no more. In the United States, in other parts of the world, you can't tell black people nothing. You can't tell white people nothing. Latin people think they know everything. Asian people think they know everything. Our Jewish brothers and sisters think they know everything. Our brothers and sisters from East India think they know everything. You can't. Half of YouTube is about people going on panels thinking we all know everything, and and the number one thing that I tell you about this channel is that I don't know everything, and I'm here to learn. But you go on panels, everybody think they know everything. He said that, once again, in his book, Sex and Culture, that I'm reading right now, the three things was sexual promiscuity. And he's not talking about, he say, I can even understand people being in polyamorous, I pronounced it incorrectly, but in poly relationships. He said, I can understand that. That's been a part of the world. He said, I'm not tripping on that. I'm talking about just sexually liberated to where you can just hook up one night stand easily. Easily. Yeah, and the other one was a bonus he gave, was when countries decide that they no longer believe in a deity or deities. Like when the Vikings had deities like Thor and Odin and all of them. When the Greeks had deities, Christians believe in one deity. Islamics, as well as Jews and Christians, believe there's one deity. If a country declines, he said, if a country declines in their beliefs in a deity, something that's greater than themselves, that's another sign of the decline. He said, and it will happen to, he said this, it usually happens within 3 generations of when it first started. When did women really start fighting for their rights? In the 20s and 30s, right after World War I, really after World War II, when men were gone and women had to take care of everything. And when men came back, women was like, I'm independent. Remember? Also, during that time period, all of a sudden we slowly began in the 60s, 70s, and 80s focusing on sexual freedom and liberation. Also, during that time period in the United States, in the last century, we've all been fighting for the right of everything. Everybody fighting for a right of something. And also over the last century, which is like a generation according to historians is 40 years. Just in case you guys wonder what a generation is. According to historians that they agree upon, the average generation is between 40 and 50 years. So just in case you say our generation or their generation or the past generation is generally set up between 40 to 50 years. He said it usually takes 3 generations for complete decline of that empire. And he says, when you see in John Orwin in the book, he says, when you see a country going in the direction of these 3 to 4, like the brother just said about the decline of believing in a deity, when you see a country going in that direction, sexual freedom, having to fight for rights, not believing in a deity, and the other one was not thinking rationally. Can't nobody tell you nothing. He said when you see that happening, he said in all 86 empires that he studied, not one country ever turned back around to do the right thing again. Every empire collapsed. Oh, you've never seen an empire collapse? Yes, you have. If you are over 40 years old, you saw the decline of the British Empire. Okay. How many of you were around when they used to have the saying when we were kids, the sun never goes down on the British Empire? Remember that? Because the sun was either up in Britain or parts of Africa that Britain owned, or parts of Southeast Asia that Britain owned, or parts over here like the British Virgin Islands that Britain owned. The sun never went down on the British Empire. Remember that? Now look at British Empire compared. They don't even call it the empire anymore, do they? All those other locations have gotten their independence, haven't they? Many of those countries that Britain ruled with an iron hand, Britain don't even rule anymore. We've seen countries get their freedom in our lifetime. We have literally saw an empire decline and didn't even notice it. So don't tell me that empires don't decline. That's historical. Those of you who are 40 years old and older, you saw it. Because when you were kids, we all knew the sun never sets on the British Empire. Thank you very much, Vroom. He said, Book of Sex and Culture by J.D. Irwin. Yes, sir. Amazon Prime. Yes, sir. And if you want to see the clip notes, it's on YouTube. If you want to see people that do a discussion about his book, that's on YouTube. They've got the animated series that you can see that's in 7 parts on YouTube. I've already got the book coming in the mail so I can have it in my collection. So instead of just having it in my Amazon, having it in my Kindle, I want the book in my collection, the actual book in my collection. Yep, Unwin. I said Irwin, but it's Unwin. Absolutely correct. 1934. And he predicts the decline of the U.S. empire by 2060. What's my point number 2? We're not always the star of the show. No country will ever remain the star of the show. I love my home country, 'tis of thee. But let's be real. We're not the only country. In other words, we're also in the same pot that others are going through. And we're not the only star of the show. Women are not easier always in other countries like we try to sell it. We try to make it seem like other countries are third world. Now, the next one on the list, speaking of third world. A lot of us don't want to admit that United States, for many of its citizens, feel like a third world in a first world country. Remember, our other channel is called Mostly Money. We talk nothing but politics, and especially Social Security and retirement. Retirees in the United States are struggling. It's hard to be an older person in the United States without family member and kin being on your team. Most Americans don't have money put to the side as far as long-term investments. Most Americans that work on their job did not take advantage of the 401k options that were out there. 401k paid for me to come to Colombia. I'll say it again. I had enough sense to put my money to the side and grind and get the max that I could out of 401k. And by the time I was done, I had that 20, 30, 35,000 put to the side to move to Colombia, and that money could take care of me for a few years until I got everything established like I wanted to. And I was working a part-time job, but I had that 401k money that I had stacked. And I gambled with it and paid off. And now I'm re-putting into that investment portfolio right now. So don't think I just stopped investing in my future. A lot of seniors are struggling in the United States. Over 60% of Americans cannot afford a $1,000 emergency to take place right now. Okay. Let me put it like this in third world terms. Let's put it in Colombia or Venezuela. Can 60% of Colombians afford a $1,000 emergency fund? No. I'll say it again. For far as we know, can 60% of Venezuelans afford a $1,000 emergency fund? What about Brazilians? Can they afford a $1,000 emergency fund? They always want to call this down here third world. Let's say third world. This is third world. My man for profit gave the right answer. No, they can't afford it. Guess what other country 60% of the people can afford a $1,000 emergency fund? My country, 'tis of thee. 60% of the people in the States cannot afford a $1,000 emergency fund. There's over 50% plus can't even afford a $400 emergency fund. Cameras off. Turn this camera off. Tomorrow morning, transmission goes out on your way to work. Most Americans, at least half, at least half can't even afford to get that new transmission. Half can't afford to get an alternator. $400 can't afford to get an alternator. Because it's that problematic. So when we sit back and we look down on other countries talking about that's third world, really? Is it? I was just talking to Obsidian and a couple of the brothers earlier today, and I gave this stat. Do you know that there are countries, and I've been looking for these commercials for a while. Do you know that there are countries that have feed the children commercials? For the price of a cup of coffee, you can help little Timmy and his family make it another week. Do you know that there are countries that have those type of commercials for children in the United States. Yeah, there are countries that have a Sally Struthers in front of some homeless family in Kentucky. There are over 600,000 poor, impoverished Americans. They're living in the streets, and this includes children. American children are in need. If you give the hope to the hope of the hopeless of hope, we can help feed little LaQuanda's children for the next week. There are commercials in other countries that are saying feed the children for the United States, as if or because they know in many cases we can't feed the children. Philip says, yes, my aunt was Danish, who was paid by the Danish government and do social work for American girls who are at risk. Real talk. Shout out to you, Philip. Thank you very much. Or Felipe. Let me put it better than that. Felipe of the Lindsay family. You say 6%, 1,000 is chump change for some, but not most. True, brother. True. Yep, Andre Love Crossing Borders. The average American has $35,000 in their 401k account. The average American that took advantage of their 401k account? Yes. And I can attest to that. Like I just said, I had my 35 in there. But those who don't take advantage of 401k accounts, that is the number that will amaze you. That's the number that will amaze you. Most Americans that have, you're correct. But most don't. I had so many coworkers that did not take advantage of 401k and still don't to this day. Still don't to this day. You 401k dudes, y'all don't realize we're a special breed. Us long-term investors, man, it is not the norm. Go to your family. Okay, most of your family work, right? Talk to most of your family. Do they take advantage of 401k? It will amaze you how many family members we got that do not take advantage of 401k. And if they do, many of them are like the company requirements that you're going to take advantage of this. There'll be no excuses here. Shout out to my man, Real Estate Law in the building. He says global issue, not a U.S. issue. Absolutely correct. Most people worldwide are broke. He is so correct. But here's the kicker. Do other countries around the world sell the product as if they ain't none of them broke? Or very few of them broke? Nope. Most countries we know, they will tell you we broke. But there is one country that we all know that they would not dare tell you that 40% of the people can't afford $1,000, or 60% of the people cannot afford $1,000 emergency fund. That country is not going to tell that. Other countries will tell you, hey, we over here, we struggling. Times are tight. Not our country, 'tis of thee. We are number one and we ain't never broke. I'm like, well, wait a minute. If the third world country that you said can't afford $1,000 in their bank account, and you can't afford $1,000 in your bank account, what does that make us? All talk. We are in credit card debt that is on a level that's where the next breaking point is going to be. You thought Biden saving college loans was something? Wait to see when the arguments start taking place in regards to credit card debt and how we're going to pay for all that in the United States. We'll just magically print money like we always do. What you're just saying causes inflation, because that's what causes inflation. We have a limited amount of product and you have so much money out there in a society that societies have to spend because we want them to consume, but there's not enough product. That's what inflation basically is. A lot of money, not enough product. So for the government to print money to help us with our credit cards, that's not going to help us. What's my point? Just like my brother real estate just said, it is not just a global issue. I mean, it's not just it's a global issue, not a U.S. issue. I'll put it the other way as well. It is not just a global issue. It is also a U.S. issue. Most people worldwide, including our country, are struggling. They said this, and I remember this, reading this articles. They said that it would take the U.S. until 2025 to bounce back from what took place during the COVID pandemic. While everybody else wanted to just open up the front doors and walk out the front door and everything was going to be like it was in 2018, 2019, I had already known. And I sat back and I watched the United States and watched other countries sit back and the citizens, the average citizens were like, why isn't everything going back to where it's supposed to be? And I sat back and I had already read the articles. They said 2025. And so I sat back and I just watched. And it's just like they were saying, United States is slowly but surely, and other countries are slowly but surely trying to get back on their feet since the era of COVID. But no country is really like it was in 2018, 19. It's like we're still kind of like COVID drunk in many developed countries. One minute we got high employment, the next minute they firing everybody. Then we get back to high employment again, and then we got inflation. So we're still kind of like the residue of COVID is still there, sadly. He says shut down some of the popular businesses in 2024 and 2025, layoffs coming, and more. I'll even put more to that room, more evictions. Yes, sir. Let's get to the super chat. Love W is in the building. Shout out to you, Love W. He said, what up, though, Dre? Them Detroit boys at it again. He said, what's your take on going to Colombia to get your teeth done? Which I did. Ding. And have you or any of you known had any work done? I've had work done. Yeah, I had work done. Let me see if I got that information for you. My dentist information. I don't have it right here. Wait a minute. Give me a second. I might have it. I might just have it. You guys know I keep a bunch of information around. No, I don't have that. Let me go to my Instagram, and I'll pull her Instagram up, which has and Mike T can attest to it, because Mike was just telling me as we was at the having some drinks, and Mike was just telling me, he said, man, Anna hooked my teeth up. He said, man, she is good at what she does and has a great staff. That's what he was just saying that. So let me go to Instagram and pull her information up. Pull our dentist information up. So I'll hook you up guys up with this. Goodness gracious. Here we go. Let me see if I can get this pulled up. There we go. And this is her Instagram. I'm going to show it to you guys. Share it. Let me drop this down for a second. And we'll share it on the screen. All right, let me move the title or our email out of the way. And I go to the cash apps in a second, just in case anybody sent a cash app. I want to let you know I appreciate you. So let's go to the dentist. And I'm going to sit in, like, as you can see, this is her information, the link, the contact link. I'll make sure that you have that. She's extremely good at what she does. Hooking up those teeth. You can tell when the stateside people are here. And all these are videos. So she's going to show, that's Anna right there, our dentist. She just got married 2 weeks ago. That was a wedding that Andre and I went to a couple weeks ago. Her and her husband, really good dude. She's got a good grasp on English, but her husband is extremely, and much of her staff are fluent in English, so you don't have to feel uncomfortable with reaching out to her, as well as reaching out to her on WhatsApp, scheduling a consultation. And you notice that when you get your teeth done with her, you don't have those big teeth. Like when you go to some dentists and they got the big teeth, she doesn't do your teeth like that. We got the sister getting her teeth done. She looks like she's stateside, but she does look Afro-Colombian too. So that's what Anna usually does. That's what she did my teeth. Realize she doesn't take your original teeth away, so you don't have to worry about your teeth being filed down. I still have my original teeth, and I'm on my second set of veneers because we changed our material to a different material after so many years. And let's scroll down a little bit further. Let me see if I can see if anybody in our group, any of our dudes. That's Anna and her team during Christmas, of course. That's her fiance or husband right now. That's her staff, her dentist, the assistants and everything. Oh, that's her daughter, fluent in English. That's my girl. Cool staff. So if you're an English speaker, do not feel like you're uncomfortable because the whole team is there. And that's Anna right there. She's been doing dentistry for over 25 years. She has 2 locations in Cali, Colombia. So don't feel like she's got a commercial right here. Bada bing, bada boom with the sister. Oh yeah, that is the end thing right now in Colombia. Women putting a little gold emblem on their tooth. I don't know why that's the end thing now. Why among the Afro-Colombians, but the ladies right now, you could tell sister from the hood, she east side. Okay, you can tell she from the east side, all right? East side Cali. And let's scroll down. Let's see if there's anybody that we know on here. Nope, this stateside. Oh, got a lot of people coming in from PR, getting their teeth done. Another stateside brother. Got his teeth done. So yeah, let's see what little mama looking like. All right, got her teeth done, can't tell her nothing. All right, I'm a shining star, no matter who you are. Stateside, another stateside brother. Shout out to William. And it's not expensive. You know, everybody's will be. He got his done in September 2023, as you can see. And she made the mold for your teeth. So that's how she knows how to do your teeth. She makes the mold. That was my teeth. Like I always say, my teeth weren't divorced. They were just separated. They weren't divorced. They were just separated. and you can get as many teeth as you want. Like I got 7 at the top and 7 at the bottom. So you don't have to get your back teeth done as far as veneers. A lot of guys don't realize that. When people get veneers, it's usually not all of your teeth where you get done. Usually it's between 5 to 7 teeth in the front of the and on the bottom of the top and the bottom, top and bottom is usually like 5 to 7 veneers. Average Colombiana. So I'm going to drop this information for you guys to be able to reach out to her. I'm scrolling down and see who I know. Oh, that's my boy. California brother. Shout out to him. Came down, hung out with me for a couple of days, and got his teeth done. And he's fluent in Spanish too. So let me give you guys the hookup. Man, I'm giving y'all the hookups, man. I'm giving y'all the hookup. Oh, let's see what the Afro-Colombia working with. Okay, little mama. It's one I really want to show y'all. Let me see if I can scroll down and get to it. This dude teeth. Brother from the States. Cool brother. Cool young man. Let's see. It's not him. A few of these people I know, I definitely know. So as you guys can see, Anna does a lot of dentistry. And you notice all these people, ain't nobody walking out here for dentistry with big teeth. I've seen some dudes get veneers and they got big teeth. Not with Anna. Anna will ask you, what size do you want your teeth? Is that my boy? No, that's not my boy. I was trying to find this other brother. Who got his teeth done, and his teeth was a train wreck, dude. I mean, a train wreck. Oh, that's my boy. Shout out to Top Dog, who be on the live streams. Top Dog is always on the live stream. I actually took him to get his teeth done with Anna. And he went back home. He told me, say, Dre, I went back home, and my family drove to see me and my teeth. And then his I think it was his aunt and a couple of her friends came down that I met up at the airport, and they went and got their teeth done a couple weeks ago. Yep, this was him before and after. And then my man Tim, the same day, Tim came down here. Tim is the brother that he's actually married to a Kalenia now. She was a beauty pageant winner, and now that she's older, she's the one that has the microphone now and does the MC for beauty pageant events around Colombia. And so he met his wife, and she's a sweetheart too. We all went out to the movies together, and they got married. So he's married down here in Cali, Colombia, the brother. These are guys that you don't hear nothing about that we keep trying to tell y'all that everybody ain't coming down pay for play. There are a lot of brothers that are down here doing some good things. This is the brother I was telling y'all about. I wish I had his video. My man teeth was tore up. Good dude. I don't know if this is the video, but yeah, his teeth were bad. Okay, here we go. Let's pause that. Y'all want to see how good Anna work is? Look at my man Grill. Look at my man's grill. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it right there. I'm gonna let that ponder soak into your soul. You see my man mouth? Not one of them teeth know each other. Not one of his teeth was kinfolk. I'm not putting my brother down. What I'm saying is Anna does really good work. Now let's look at, yeah, right. His teeth look like a whole different species. But shout out to the brother, good dude. He was there the same day that we all were there when I took the other brothers. Look at him. I ain't mad at you, brother. I ain't mad at you, boy. I ain't mad at you, boy. And of course, by the time he got to Medellin, he stopped wearing his gold and all that other chain and everything else. So don't think that he was running around Colombia with his chains on. No, he wasn't. But I'm gonna get you guys this information right now. Let me give it to you right now. But I wanted you to see some of her work. And the contact information is right here. So that's a TikTok. Let me see if it's got the phone number on here. I mean, well, you can contact her through these. That's without a doubt. Okay, cool. You guys can set an appointment through here. Right here. Let me copy and I'm going to paste this information. So that's one way of contacting her. And I'm about to give you guys the Instagram. Let me give you the Instagram real quick. And I'm about to go into give me a few seconds. I'm going to go into my cell phone. And I'm going to give you guys her direct WhatsApp number. Just let her know, hey, Andre from Andre and Andrea sent me. So I'm going to give you guys her direct information through WhatsApp. I'm giving y'all the hookup, man. I'm giving y'all the hookup. Yeah, I'm giving y'all the hookup tonight. Hold on for a second. Let me pull her information up. And copy it. Oh yeah, I still got their wedding invitation in here. Okay, I got that copy. No, here we go. Okay, let me share. I'm trying to, oh, there we go. There's the phone number. I'm like, where's the phone number? Okay, I got the phone number copied. Now let me go to the YouTube video that you guys are watching. I'm going to put it on YouTube for you guys to pull up. There we go. Now I'm going to drop this let me drop this in the comment section, her phone number. And her name is Anna. There we go. And so if any of you moderators want to resubmit that throughout the night, you can resubmit that, but that's her direct WhatsApp number. And just let her know that you want to come in when you come down to Cali, Colombia for a consultation. She's done a lot of brothers that we've recommended. A lot of brothers. So that was a good question, bro. You helped out a lot of people tonight with that question. Oh, yeah. Let's scroll back up. And have any one of you have seen if you guys have watched me for the last, you watch my smile for the last 3 years, you guys have seen my smile. Let me see if I can find my photos. And I don't want to hold you guys up to this evening, but you know, some of you guys may be interested to see what was my before and after. So I have my before and after photos as well, kind sirs. Let me scroll down to my before and afters. You guys be like, okay, I see what Andre talking about. Let's scroll past Europe. Because what I did, I purposely took before and after photos just for my personal records. And then I've been able to share with other guys my before and after photo. So what I'm doing is scrolling down my personal photos to get to my before and after. Thank you guys for your patience, by the way. After that, I think we're going to do a break. Thanks again for your patience, guys. I'm trying to find this photo. Because the only reason I'm taking the time out to look for it, because it's very important to let you guys see the work that I got done as well. Let's see. Let us see. That man got a nice smile, though. That man has a nice smile. Man, I got so many photos all over through Europe and everything else. And the reason why I'm looking for this photo is because I want to show you the different types of veneers. Because the first type of veneers are the resin veneers. The next one is your ceramic veneers. And the next level is your porcelain veneers. Not all veneers are porcelain. You have to request which ones you want to get. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, let me show you guys this. Okay, no veneers. You see how big those the gap was in my teeth. You can see how the gap was in my teeth. I had a gap on this side, a gap all down here, a gap over here, gap over there. Like I said, my teeth weren't divorced, but they were separated. Then I got veneers the first time. These were the resonant veneers. Resonant veneers last between 2 to 5 years. 2 to 5 years. After we got the resonant veneers, what I liked about getting resonant veneers, it got me comfortable with having veneers. You don't see me with big goat teeth, none of that, just regular Andre teeth. And so these veneers got me used to, okay, I'm wearing veneers, I'm good. I'm not eating corn on the cob, so I'm good, right? I'm good. Then the veneers that I have now are ceramic veneers. That's what I have in my teeth right now, the ceramic veneers. They last between 5 to 10 years, sometimes up to 12 years. And then you have porcelain veneers. They last between 15 to 20 years. Porcelain veneers are not 100% forever and a day permanent. I get them one time and I'll never have to get them redone again. That's not true. Porcelain veneers last on average between 15, a little over 20 years. So you have to decide on which ones you want to get. But you get a chance to see before veneers, first veneers, and now my current veneers. You get, of course, you can tell the shade color completely different. It's brighter. No more Michael Strahan gap. I had a big gap right here. No more Michael Strahan gap. And of course, having veneers do make you look younger. So you do look younger when you got your veneers. All right. So now that you guys have got a chance to see your boy in his teeth, now you guys got the information. So now you got a chance to see, has any of you guys known anyone that have had work done? Yes, your boy Andre. Shout out to my man Victory with the $10, as well as let me go down to the Cash App for the brother that is showing love through the Cash App as well. Shout out to my boy who always showing love to the channel. Tevin Brown with the $10. Man, this brother's always showing us love. The $10. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. As well as my man Dre Hart. Appreciate you, brothers. Thank you very much, kind sirs. Thank you very much. He said, do they do dental implants? She does that as well. She does that as well. For those of you that want to get, you got a missing tooth and you want, because this would happen with me. She does that as far as implants. She does all the regular dental work as well, not just veneers. That most people get braces. Most people have really good teeth. All they need is just braces to help them out to kind of like straighten their teeth out. So most people get braces, but there are a lot of us that say, you know what? I might not want to get braces. I may want to get veneers. So you have those options, but also implants. I had to have, before I got my veneers, she had to do a root canal and a crown for me for my tooth, because I had a tooth back here that needed a crown. So the one that's back here that didn't get a veneer on it, that needed a crown, and I had to have a root canal over here on this one before I even got the veneers. So don't think that she's one trick pony when it comes down here. She does all type of things as far as braces, veneers, the crowns, the teeth whitening. A lot of dudes just come down. Yep. A lot of dudes come down for just braces or just teeth whitening. If you come into Colombia, and we all know how sensitive Colombia women are about white teeth on your chocolate skin, get your teeth cleaned, at least a whitening when you're in Colombia. I don't care what city it is. Most cities in Colombia have excellent dental, very inexpensive compared to the States. At least while you're in Colombia, get your teeth whitened. Get them cleaned and whitened, guys. I'm telling you, it is well worth it. It will take ages off your face. By when you smile and when you talk, you have a really nice, clean, white smile. Make sure you get in the habit of using floss, because that's one of the things that they'll say with veneers. Make sure you get in the habit of just making sure your teeth are clean. A lot of guys don't realize the reason why you got bad breath, it ain't because of something back here. It's because you got food from 3 days ago lodged in your teeth and is decaying. And so you're wondering why, when I use mouthwash, when I use chewing gum, when I use Tic Tacs, why won't my breath smell like it should smell? I don't smoke cigarettes. And what it is for many of us is all you got to do is floss and then gargle, and you'll realize over a day or two later, man, my breath don't smell nothing, because you don't have food trapped in the middle of it. He said, ballpark figure and currency what the process costs. It depends on your teeth. It depends on your teeth. Because you got some guys that, like the one brother that we looked at with the chain, extra work. But then you got some guys like myself, a lot of gaps, not as much work. But then you got some guys like you all, you may have really nice teeth. You might be like, you know what? I still want veneers. I want a nice permanent white veneers. So it depends on what the individuals are. I haven't, you know what, the rate with the rate of inflation since I've got mine in 2019. So things have changed as far as cost. Yeah, shout out to you. He said, I was quoted $450 to $500 for braces at the spot Andre mentioned in Cali. That sounds right. I'm telling you something that's very inexpensive in Colombia. Braces. You'll see somebody that's in their 50s. You'll see somebody in their teens in braces. That's the one thing that is very common here in Colombia. Some people get braces for lowers. Some people get braces for both. It's part of the makeup of the country. Don't ever feel like I'm too old to get braces. Not in this country, you're not. Not in this country at all. Our brother said a person with great teeth that was born with looks more like natural when they were whitened versus them veneers. It looks like those AI robots from Tomorrowland movie. It depends on how you get them done. Like, I don't look like a robot. And I don't look, my teeth aren't too white where it's blinding. Some people get that like extra Hollywood white. I don't like that. I'm walking through the mall maybe about a year ago. I'm seeing this flashing white from way down there. I didn't have my glasses on. Way down there, I'm seeing this. As it got closer, I could hear English. It was a sister from the States, and she was talking. And every time she spoke, it was like her teeth were too white. Too white. Some people think, well, I'm going to be in Colombia maybe this 1 or 2 times, so I'm going to get the whitest that they got. And you get that, and you look like headlights. You look like headlights. And then you go back to the States, and a lot of people do that. Don't do that. Don't treat your trip to the dentist here in Colombia like it's going to be your last trip to Colombia. Because 9 times out of 10, it won't. So you don't have to get your teeth that bright. That's why Andre and I, we wanted a nice white, but we wanted our teeth to look natural. That's why we didn't get, if you look, go back to my photo. Let's go back to my photo real quick. You notice that we didn't get flattened teeth. I'll say that again. You notice that our teeth look natural. It's that natural roundness about them, to where you see some people, their teeth has that flat. It's flat, like straight across when they get veneers. We didn't want that. We want our teeth to still have that natural curvature that people teeth have. And so that's what I did. Right. That's what we wanted. We want just we wanted our teeth to look a little bit brighter than teeth whitening, but we didn't want it to look Hollywood, just bright. Like I said, that one sister, I'm way down here and I'm looking down the hall and all I see is just light flashing. I'm like, oh no. Anytime your teeth look like they're neon, yeah, that was too bright. Yeah, I don't want them Gucci. Right, like Gucci Man. That's too bright. But if you're a Hollywood type of person, okay, cool. But I didn't want that, and I've got a lot of compliments on my teeth, but I never wanted to be a person that didn't look natural with my teeth. Yeah, I want the natural look, so I wanted a little bit whiter than average, the average bear, but at the same time, I wanted to look like, nice white veneers. But I didn't want to do it. Yeah, there's some dudes out there, love, man. There's some people out there they come to Colombia. And I've seen women that do it you can look it up on YouTube. Went to Colombia to get my teeth done. And you'll see a bunch of sisters with their videos. And you'll look and you'll be like, man, goodness gracious, your teeth are bright. They look nice, but they're bright. Like super bright. So I hope that was helpful. I know we didn't get a chance to end with the topic tonight. We've been on here for a few hours, like 2.5 hours. And I know tomorrow morning, a lot of you guys got to go to work. We got 85 in the building. Click that like button. We like you. Make sure you like us too. We did all the cash apps and super chats. Shout out to you guys. We'll be doing a live stream with Andrea this Wednesday. We got Friday night drink in hand. And at the same time, this Saturday, I'm going to schedule an interview this Saturday. So I got some people that I got lined up trying to set up another interview, a really nice interview for this Saturday morning at 10:30. Let's get up out of here, guys. My name is Andre of Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Before we leave, you guys already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and, yes, I got you, Timothy. I got you, Gray Skirt. Coming up. We're going to end it with that. Let me lower this music, and let's get Gray Skirt up in here right now.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kommer du ihåg det igen? Kommer du ihåg igen? Du vill ha icy little fingers. Då du vet det kalas. All in, ingen broms, schackmatt på din vänster hand. Du är så viktig, baby. Ja, du är allians. Du är försiktig, baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50, baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp med dig, baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Som dig, baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Du är mitt liv, baby. Aldrig titta på någon annan, varför du med annan? Kom var med mig, baby. Aldrig lita på någon annan. Finns ingen annan, jag vill ha min chakarinna. Mosa och safe, ingen sinna. Jag kommer alltid ride with you. 100 gubbar klart jag die for you. Du är så viktig, baby. Ja, du är allians. Du är försiktig, baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50, baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp med dig, baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Du är mitt liv, baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Du är mitt liv, baby. Visa mig vart du finns. Vi kommer väl till min city, nej. Jag vet att det finns. Kom det är bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag min kör det. På en social smart good lady. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig vart du finns, yeah.